Hi guys, I'm Alex Racuglia. This is the Morning Rant, the show in which I talk about my life as a TV commercial director and software developer while I telecommute from my home to the office. But today is Saturday. I don't go to the office, I go to the supermarket, spending a little of my money to give food to my family. I want to talk about two stuff that will be combined together in the foreseeable future. 2 weeks ago, I went to the south of Italy, in Sicily, the biggest island in the south of Italy, because I'm shooting a documentary about archaeological sites in Sicily. Two sites that have something like 2,300 years of a story. First with the natives, early Italian people, and then from the Greeks, and then the Romans, the ancient Romans. I shoot a lot of stuff in the archaeological sites. It was very, very interesting. And then I did a couple interviews. And the most important one, I interviewed an archaeologist. And she talked about the sites and the history, and she told us a lot of interesting stuff. I recorded something like half an hour of spoken audio. But for the first video that I have to produce, I just have to be very, very, very short and to condense everything in something like 3 minutes, like a teaser of what will be next. And so I have to find the most relevant sentences that she said. And then I stopped and I think, why cannot I use an artificial intelligence to find the most relevant contents? And so I transcribed everything with Transcriber, and then I take this text and I created a new element in NQR to get new AI metadata for this particular video. And the prompt was quite simple. It's more complex, but I will summarize it for you. Find the best and the most relevant sentences of this spoken audio and list them one by one, without changing the words, without changing anything. Just the exact words that they were spoken. Then I had for a 30-minute video something like 11 sentences. And if you read these sentences, you can say, I think that this is the most relevant stuff that she said. I don't know if this will be the same job that I will do. But it took me something like 30 seconds to produce this content. And then I have a list of information that I can use to do my edit. I can find in the main view of my app where these sentences have been said, and then copying and pasting the timecode to have the timeline already edited in Final Cut Pro. This is very interesting. And then I thought about AI metadata. I think that AI metadata is one of the most important things that I ever produced. It's a feature that is a little hidden in Transcriber, and if you need to use it, you have to insert your OpenAI key. And so a little percentage of the users of Transcriber use this feature, but these people are very, very, very happy, because they found a new way to explore their own content and to promote their own content. And so I thought, what if I do a new extended version of Transcriber that uses this kind of prompt to get extrapolation of information, to get subsequences of the main sequence, and then find the timecode, get the timecode from the video, and push everything to Final Cut Pro to have a timeline in which I have the highlights of a video, of an interview. I think this is something that is quite revolutionary. Because, today Apple announced the Final Cut Pro to have automatic transcription. I didn't use it already. I didn't try it already because I'm an Italian guy, so I want to try it in Italian. The transcribed text is in caption, so you have to translate this caption in SRT in some way to re-import it in Final Cut Pro to hard-code the text. It's not so easy to do translation. There's a lot of stuff that is missing. But today, Transcriber is a little less relevant than yesterday, because a part of its features is already inside Final Cut Pro. But this is something different. And this is the starting point of a new way of editing stuff. Because you have always to be in charge and responsible of what you produce. But if this stuff, the artificial intelligence, can help you to start a timeline with all the lights already in sync and edited and cut together, well, that's a very, 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 very interesting starting point. I think that one feature like this can save me a couple of hours of work. maybe more. So it's quite useful. And so expect this to be an upcoming feature of a transcriber. I don't know if I will be able to do this before Christmas, but it's gonna be inside transcriber, because today transcriber can be used not only for transcription but for automatic editing. And so I can focus on color correction, on music, on selecting the best cuts, the best of the B-roll that I shoot in the archaeological sites. So that's it. If you think this is an interesting thing, please comment below. I'm very angry of comments because I always have a lot of interesting feedback. If you think this is a very super giant idea, please subscribe to this channel, click on the bell to be notified, and all the stuff. If you think this is a very super huge mind-blowing idea, please share this video, or else friends like before, as we say in Italy, we're okay. And I will do this new feature, I will produce this new feature anyway. So, as always, ciao!